Charles Barkley said, what? Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe to it, man. So Charles Barkley, like Barrick and I was just talking right before this show started, puts his foot in his mouth over here, saying that the NBA players should actually jump the line in front of senior citizens, in front of people with compromised immune systems for the COVID vaccine. Now, mind you guys, this virus has a 99.5% recovery rate. And these NBA players are some of the most finely tuned athletes in the world, in a sense, though. So there has been players who caught COVID and nothing happened to any of them. No symptoms, in a sense. Most of them were actually asymptomatic. So why would Charles Barkley want to have these players jump the line is beyond my comprehension, though. But maybe Barrett can actually explain it.
I don't know what's to explain some things that come out of people's mind.
I like Charles Barkley, man, but I don't know, man. What do you think, Barrett?
I think right now, he cares a lot. I'm gonna tell you, this is where I think if I had to rationalize and come up with something logical behind, what he said, I think he looks out very much so for the NBA players, and he looks out for what the NBA is doing. That's one thing I can give a credit to Charles Barkley and amongst other players, is that they are still looking out for that league. But I think at the end of the day, he also made comments about racial equality and racial justice and economic justice. He's always made comments about it. So he's been heavily involved in what's going on in the political world. But I think he made these comments to support the players, to make sure the players get what they're supposed to get. Let me say why. Because right now we got 3 games already. Like Memphis Grizzlies, their next 3 games are postponed. All right. So he hasn't said that word for word, but at the end of the day, this is kind of what he's been saying. This is what I can equate it to. Now you're gonna talk about all kind of other things about taxes, and they should be the first one on the top line. No, elderly people should be the first ones to get it.
Or anybody with a compromised immune system. That's if this thing actually works, man. We have to see. Everybody's in a hyper panic mode. I mean, people have to calm down, and I know people don't think rationally when they're actually scared. And I don't know if Barkley's scared. I mean, that's the only thing I can perceive here. I mean, maybe he's actually scared of this whole thing, or maybe it's just about if you get the vaccine, things will actually go back to normal, where they'll start allowing fans to come back into the buildings again. Because this, listen, with the fans not being involved, and we know there's been some drop in the NBA ratings a little bit, but maybe by 30-40%. This could have an adverse effect on the players' money, in a sense, though. So I think that for economic reasons, I think Charles Barkley is actually looking at it that way.
Well, I guess he is looking at it that way, but I can tell you on the other aspect of it all, I'm trying to take the high road with this guy because he has said some asinine things in the past.
Yeah, but, here go right here. I got it for you, man. He says, Hall of Famer Charles Barkley says NBA and NFL athletes deserve preferential treatment with COVID-19 vaccines. Claim it's only fair considering how much they pay in taxes.
Oh man, again, listen, I'm gonna take the high road with this dude because first of all, everybody's got a different tax bracket. Let's not even go there. We not, come on. At the end of the day, you're trying to say, listen, as a former NBA great, I'm looking out for my players. I'm looking out for today's players, the future players.
Hold on, Barrett. Hold on.
NBA players. What about NFL? I'm just get rid of it. NFL players, hockey players. Listen, as much taxes as these players pay, and we repeat that, as much taxes as these players pay, they deserve some preferential treatment for life and death. Yes. The amount of money you make. No, I said taxes. I didn't say the amount of money you make. Well, that's taxes. I'm saying the amount of taxes these guys pay. We can't go there. I don't think you can go there. I'm clear is right on the line. We need.
All right. That's your best.
Oh man, like I said again, man. You know, he's a questionable guy, man. And you know, listen again. When you talk about preferential treatment, man, you gotta be very careful about that. That's the number one thing out of it. You gotta be very careful because the United States themselves, they are deeming who they think is getting the preferential treatment, and the sport players are not on the top of the list. You know, first responders, as we know, and the elderly right now, they're the first ones to get up in there and get this particular vaccine. We ain't hearing anything about sports happening. Now, he's saying this is what they should do. Okay, that's not going to happen. Let's be logical.
Listen, Kenny Smith said we can't go there.
Wow.
I think Charles Barkley. You know, I love you, bro. Take the mask off, man. Take the mask off. I think you've probably been wearing it too much, and it's been cutting off oxygen to your brain. The brain needs oxygen, dude.
Yeah, I can't understand why he would even come out and make that kind of comment, man. Because again, you know, can't stress enough. America's not looking at the players, man, because of the fact they're making so much money. You know what? Listen, yeah, they can't step in front of anybody and get the vaccine. So obviously they're not going to get preferential treatment. So why even say they should? When you got first responders out there and you got the elderly out there who's supposed to be getting it.
Yeah, doctors.
Yeah, so come on, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Immune system.
Yeah, so I don't understand why he would come out there and say that, man.
No NBA player, NFL player is not even gotten sick.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, finish up. I mean, that's not.
No.
I was wrapping up pretty much what I was saying there. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, and a few shows ago, if I'm not mistaken, we covered. Remember we talked about the Tennessee Titans and what they were going through.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about how the NFL put together a major protocol and the NBA put up major protocols on how they were going to take care of their players. And yet, is it working? It's working. I'll give it about 85, 90%. But like I just told you, Memphis has canceled their next 3 games. So, you know, is it working entirely? No. So what are you talking about? Every NBA and NFL player should step up and get the vaccine. When A, you're not sure it's going to work, okay? And B, you don't know what type of medical situation is going to come to a point where it works against their body. All right? All right, so
we've seen those out there. We can't hide that. The Bell's palsy, numbness of the tongue. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of videos surfacing. And I'm reading a lot of articles about the side effects of these vaccines, man.
Yeah, so
certainly not good.
Yeah, we have no idea. So I mean, he has to think that through. He has such a large platform because he's a great NBA player.
I like him. I like Charles Barkley. You know?
Yeah. So he's got a great platform. People want to hear when he did that during either a pregame or postgame show. It's kind of funny. He did that on TNT without even warning his producers and his
because Kenny Smith was shocked. He's like, "Whoa, we can't go in there."
Yeah, I mean, he was politely trying to tell him, "Yo, keep it down, man. We can't discuss this right now."
Yeah,
we can talk about that in the green room and conversate about that in the green room. We can't talk about that on live TV. You know, you must cross your mind. You know. So
I think they want more of a ratings drop, man. They already, you know, like I said, the ratings already dropped somewhat. And I don't know, stuff like this, man. You know, I don't know what to even say anymore, man. Just Charles Barkley.
I don't know.
Take the mask off, man.
I don't know. I just don't know either, man. But you know, I'm kind of glad we covered this topic because it's kind of funny more than anything. Because I just listen, man. That dude don't need a microphone, man. It should be just Shaq, and you know, let him Let him break down everything, man. Charles, what you say? Yeah, no, okay, good. We're gonna go to break. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be giving that man too much platform because, again, I think he's an intelligent brother. I think his heart is in the right place.
And you said social injustice. Now, I remember him saying, I'll pull up the video clip if this, if he actually resurfaces with this. He says, I will go all around the country to schools, and he would he'd go to white schools, he would go to black schools. He said the white kids wanted to be doctors, lawyers, scientists, engineers and stuff like that, own their own businesses. And the black schools, most of the kids there wanted to be ball players and rappers. I mean, that came out of his mouth. So nobody's putting a gun to your head saying, like, oh, there's no opportunities for the blacks and the social injustice and stuff like that. It's your choice. You make a choice.
Listen, this is what he said when he made the comment about social justice. He said, what's happening now is we're turning into a circus. Instead of talking about racial equality, racial justice, and economic justice, we spend all our time worrying about who's kneeling and who's not kneeling and what's being said on buses. I don't know what he meant.
But what's the racial inequality? Because like we were talking a couple of days ago, Barrick. I mean, Jackie Robinson not being able to play in the MLB. That's racism because you're black. Hey, you're black. You can't play in our league. If you're Rosa Parks, you're black. You have to go sit in the back of the bus, or like in that movie Life, with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. This is white only pie. White only pie here. Oh, he said, I want some nigger pie. He's like, nope, white only pie. So that's racism. I just don't see that. I'm not getting denied. I'm not being told to be put back, being like put back in the bus, and if I had the talent and the what do you call it, DNA in a sense, though, the God-given ability to play in the NBA. Hey, listen, if you have talent, you have skills. If anything, if you're a good singer, a good writer, people are gonna want you no matter what color you really are. It's all about green at the end of the day, there, man. So I don't know what he's talking about with social injustice and So I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. But you know what? I tell you something again, man. He's going to have to start thinking twice about it. And he keeps doing what he's doing on TNT. He can forget that job too. I've seen many sports athletes.
I think I don't know if they'll can him, but I mean, people may not watch it because. Especially when you got people dying and everything, you say something as acidine as that, and that was just real stupid. I mean,
everybody's I'm gonna say this one last thing. Everyone is important when it comes down to receiving a vaccine. Whether you choose to get it, that's your decision. But everyone's important. To go out and say sports athletes are more important than doctors, than firemen, than policemen. And what we do for a living, things like that. I mean, if you say that's the case, then my man, you have a large amount of people chasing after you, my man. So think twice about that next time.
All right, we'll wrap this up over here. Please comment, like, subscribe, share it. Sharing is absolute caring. And when you share, the universe definitely shares back with you, man. That's certainly a promise. Peace.